Good people of YouTube, my name is Spanner and welcome back for some more Hearthstone. It's week 4 of the Blackrock Mountain adventure and the 4th wing, Blackwing Lair, has just been released. So as usual, I will be showing you my strategies to defeat all of the bosses in heroic modes. This week there are 4 bosses instead of 3, so this video will be just a bit longer than usual. And as usual, I will start by showing you the decks and talk about the general strategies for the fight. So let's get down to it. Alright, so the first boss of Blackwing Lair is called Razorgore the Untamed. He has a hero power called the Rookery, which in heroic mode costs 0 mana, and it gives all corrupted eggs +1 health, then summon 1. He will always start his turn by using the hero power. So what is a corrupted egg? He starts with 1 on the board immediately, and it's a 0/3 minion with the text, when this minion has 5 or more health, it hatches. What this means is, since his hero power gives all corrupted eggs +1 health, it will need 2 turns to reach 5 health and hatch. Once it hatches, a Chromatic Drake pops out, which is a 7/7 minion, so he can get one as soon as turn 3. Now, a thing you should note about these corrupted eggs is they will only hatch if they have 5 or more health, which means if it's at 4 health and you deal 1 damage, then it's at 3 health. Once it gets an extra health from the hero power, it does not hatch, because even though it has 5 maximum health, it does not have 5 current health, and that is very important if you use this deck. And this is basically the thing you should worry about in this fight. So I went with the priests, mostly because I could steal his eggs, and I have things like Okanai, Soul Priest, Circle of Healing combinations, which are pretty nice, but mostly because I have things like Shadow Earth Pain, which can immediately kill one. So let's take a look at cards. So Circle of Healing to combo with Okanai, Soul Priest, 1 silence, because if I silence the egg it can't hatch, because the text vanishes. Holy Smite, Light of the Naru, Power Word Shields, basically a lot of spells to combo with Wild Pyromancers. Remember, if you keep doing damage to the eggs, they will not hatch that soon. Northshire Cleric, Shadow Earth Pain to kill them, Crazed Alchemists, because they can one-shot an egg, Doomsayer to clear the boards, pretty nice, Explosive Sheep for some AoE damage to prevent the eggs from hatching, and Stable Ghouls for the same reason, Shadow Earth Death for some bigger minions that he has, Mass Dispel if there are a lot of eggs on the board, then with this they will not hatch. And Stampeding Kodos and Cabal Shadow Priests to get rid of his eggs and possibly steal some. Okay, I think this about covers it. Razorgore's deck is just a dragon flavored deck with a lot of dragons and things that combo with dragons, but one card they should be wary of that he runs is Bloodlust. So do not just silence the eggs, make sure you eventually kill them, otherwise tons of damage incoming. Okay, so we want a very early drop, something that can start doing damage to the eggs, something like a Northshire Cleric, for example. Although the Crazed Alchemist is even better. He has no dragons. Okay, I'll take that trade. Okay, now they are harmless. But I'm still gonna kill them. Because of bloodlust. Okay, that's gonna die, so let's do it like this. And let's add the other one. I doubt we'll hit the correct target. I think I'll do this instead. Much better. I would really love a circle of healing. Fantastic. Oh, but this will probably kill my Okanai, isn't it? Or does it die first? I don't think it dies first, and I don't want to risk it. Two targets for the Kodo. That's probably the better one. Ah, damn it. You had to have a dragon. Perfect. I guess I'll kill that. Ah, thank you. I was wondering how I was gonna kill that volcanic drake. Ah, really? Oh, I can silence that. Unless he kills it? No, okay. He has no cards. I think we got this. Aha! The perfect counter to corruption. I don't really need the explosive sheep for now. Oh, another one. Oh, this one isn't that bad. Dragon egg. Guess I'll get the explosive sheep in position. So is he gonna hit the sheep? It's gonna hit the sheep. Okay. That works, I guess. Could really use my Cabal Shadow Priest. That would be very nice. This also works. Now let's see if I do this. Ah, here's the Cabal. So let's not use the spell yet. Okay, we're in a pretty good position now.
Let me change your mind.
I'll steal that. Oh, I'm almost have one card left. Okay, let's get rid of the Northshire Cleric. Oh, another Cabal Shadow Priest. Nice. I can just use Shadowward Pain. And now we're gonna have a nice Drake here. Now the cool thing about picking a priest for this is that if you steal a damaged egg, you can just heal him back up to speed up the process. And I guess we win. Beautiful. Okay, so the second boss of Blackwing Lair is called Vaelastrasz the Corrupt and has a pretty interesting hero power called Essence of the Red. It costs 0 mana, so he'll always do it at the beginning of his turn. And it says the following: each player draws 3 cards, gain a mana crystal. So he's the one that gains the mana crystal. So he'll reach turn 10, 5 turns ahead of you, during your turn 5 I think, because he always casts that every turn. So since each player draws 3 cards, you're going to go through your deck very quickly. Basically, you're gonna burn a lot of cards, and since he gains mana a lot faster, at twice the speed than you do, then he gets to play his cards that much quicker and not burn as many. He also has a special card called Burning Adrenaline that deals 2 damage to the enemy hero, not very impressive, except it costs 0 mana, so he can always play that whenever he wants. And just like the previous boss, he uses... well, he's not really a dragon-themed deck. He has some dragons, but the deck is a bit different. It's more of a mill deck, in that he uses cards that take advantage of you having a large hand, like Clockwork Giants and Goblin Sappers, that I have here in my deck, and Twilight Drakes and other types of cards, including Naturalize. Naturalize is gonna mill you pretty fast. I actually tried a mill deck against him, didn't work that well. And he also has Gang Up. Gang Up is gonna make up for the card draw, so he doesn't reach the end of his deck as fast. So for this guy I went with the Druid, just because of one simple thing: Innervate and Wild Growth. So he can manipulate our mana and play more cards per turn so as to not burn them. And you can see here I have a couple of interesting choices. So let's go through the deck. I have 2 Innervates, 2 Wisps. Why? Because they cost 0 and I can play them whenever I want. 2 Naturalize, it's the cheapest removal Druid has. It only costs 1 mana and destroys a minion. It also makes the opponent draw 2 cards, so he may burn a couple of them. And then I have a lot of cheap minions, 1 mana minions that I can just play and just dump my hands. 2 Abusive Sergeants, 2 Argent Squires, 2 Dragon Eggs, 2 Worgen Infiltrators, 2 Wild Growth, 2 Echoing Oozes, 2 Haunted Creepers, 2 Savage Roars. I think we're starting to see the objective that we're trying to reach. The purpose of this deck: fill the board with minions, use Savage Roar to kill them. Then I have Harvest Golem as a sticky minion, a Hobgoblin, just because I have a couple of 1 attack minions, could be useful. Then I have some cards that benefit from a big hand like Molten Giants, and from the opponent's hand, Clockwork Giants and Goblin Sappers. And that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything else about the boss that you need to know. Okay, let's do it. Okay, we want really early drops, and this is really very nice. You can start with the egg, then use the Abusive Sergeant on it.
It's too late. Nefarian's corruption has taken hold. The fury of Blackrock courses through.
Really, you're gonna naturalize my egg? Well, that's gonna make me burn a few cards.
The light protects me.
I'm at 7, I'm gonna burn 1. Gonna draw 3 and burn 1 when I draw. As long as I keep my Savage Roars, I'm happy. He's using Gang Up on the Giant, he's not gonna burn some cards that easily. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could have played the Giant, but if I play the Giant, I'll burn 3 cards. This way I'll only burn 1. Really, arcane missiles? Wow.
I fight.
Let's see what to play. 1, 2, and 3. Value Wisp. Here's our first innervate. This will be very useful. That's terrible. Value Wisp. That's probably the most value a Wisp has ever gotten in this game. Another innervate. That's not that great. Hobgoblin, Echoing Ooze, innervate, another Echoing Ooze. I thank you, Wisp, for your brave sacrifice. You will not be forgotten. Goodbye, Hobgoblin. You have served me well. Okay, 2 Savage Roars in hand, so I have 12 damage. The Savage Roar will add 8, 10, so 20 plus 12. 20 plus 12 is 32. I am 1 off lethal. You've got to be kidding me. Well, let's do a massive combo next turn. I should have done this first, shouldn't I? Let's just do this. Oh, I'm out of cards already. I'm not gonna die to fatigue, am I? Okay, get ready for the biggest Savage Roar in the world. I don't even need my giants. Alright, the third boss is Chromaggus. He has a hero power called Brood Affliction that costs 0 mana, but this one is cast at the end of his turn. And it says the following: at the end of your turn, add a Brood Affliction card to your opponent's hand. That's our hand. So at the end of his turn we get a Brood Affliction card. So what is a Brood Affliction card? There are 5 different ones, they each cost 3 mana, and they do the following. Brood Affliction Red, while this is in your hand, take 3 damage at the start of your turn. Brood Affliction Green, while this is in your hand, restore 6 health to your opponent at the start of your turn. Brood Affliction Blue, while this is in your hand, Chromaggus' spells cost 3 less. Brood Affliction Black, while this is in your hand, whenever Chromaggus draws a card, he gets another copy of it. And Brood Affliction Bronze, while this is in your hand, Chromaggus' minions cost 3 less. So each of them gives Chromaggus a benefit while they remain in your hand. To get rid of them you need to cast them. Now they don't do anything when cast, they just cost 3 mana. So you pay 3 mana to get rid of them and the effect is gone. However, at the end of his turn you get another one. And you can have multiple of the same ones. So the ones I find better to get rid of as soon as you get them are probably Brood Affliction Black, the one that gives him another copy of a card when he draws. That's probably the main one. I actually like the one that makes his minions cost less, because if I can get rid of all of them, then he has nothing in his hand. His hand goes empty really fast. And then I can control the boards. He also has a special minion called Chromatic Dragonkin. It's a 2 mana 2/3, and whenever your opponent casts a spell, gain +2/+2. That can be pretty bad because it synergizes with your Brood Affliction cards if you cast them to get rid of them, because they cast as a spell. They count as a spell, I mean. And that is basically it. He also uses dragon themed deck, like previous bosses we've encountered, so I went with the warrior for this one. And we have things that you can find in basically any control warrior, like Execute, Shield Slam, some War Axes. I'm trying the new card Revenge instead of Whirlwind, 2 Armor Smiths, 2 Cruel Taskmaster, Shield Blocks, 1 Acolyte of Pain. You actually don't want to draw too many cards because you can't get rid of all the brood cards that quickly, because they all cost 3 mana. So if you draw too many cards, you might overdraw. Big Game Hunter, Deathbite, Twilight Drakes, because they synergize with us getting a lot of cards. Brawl, Emperor Thaurissan, it's really useful to reduce the cost of the brood cards and pretty much every card, because if you're gonna be paying 3 mana, so you're basically always 3 mana short. So Emperor Thaurissan is pretty useful. Shield Maiden, Sylvanas, Chromaggus, and then some Mountain Giants, for the same reason as the Twilight Drake, and 2 Molten Giants, because we might get too low health, especially due to Brood Affliction Red. And that is pretty much it.
versus Chromaggus!
Okay, definitely keeping the War Axe. Okay, that'll work, I guess. This will be pretty great against the Chromatic Dragonkins.
Double the bite.
Okay, we start with Brood Affliction Green. I'm pretty sure you always get them in the same order. At first at least, so it's green, then you get the one that deals the 2 damage. You get the reds, and the next one should be the spell one, I think. How many cards do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So next turn I will be at 9. I'm gonna get rid of this anyway.
I infused him with the powers of
Could have gotten a better Twilight Drake, but I'd rather not take 3 damage every turn. Okay, spells cost 3 less. Have a Twilight Drake.
My work is paramount. Leave me alone.
Okay, this is the minion one. I do not want him to get free minions, because I can't handle all of them yet. If I had a brawl, I wouldn't mind it that much. Okay, get another copy. I do not want him to have extra copies of anything. Ah, swipe. Hungry Dragon. Oh, nice, dragon egg. Okay, so he's starting to get repeats. Again, the won't need a copy. He's almost out of cards, so I don't want him getting any copies. I'll play the Twilight Drake. This, I should have done this first then. I was gonna play the Giant, but then I decided against it. Let's see, this deals 3 damage, so we can clear the boards. Play this one. Okay, and we have to start getting rid of the green one, so it does... Oh! Dust Devil. I'm not gonna say no to a free Dust Devil. Okay, no more brute cards. Oh, thank you. You know, Chromaggus, you're all right. Ah, Flame Strike. You're not all right, I hate you.
I have no time for games.
Wow, really? Okay, this is the heal one.
I can take the hit.
No healing for you. Oh, hello, Onyxia. I wish I still had my revenge. Guess I'll push for damage. See if I can get a Grommash activator. That's not one. Oh, just the card I needed. Should have played the Mountain Giants. Another one? I still have both of my brawls here. One would be perfect. Wow, I'm just top decking and wrecking. And next turn we have Grommash. Oh, that's not the worst he could have gotten. You know, I don't really need to get rid of these. He has 2 cards. Okay, Nosdormo, I did not expect that. Wrong order. Okay, he's dead.
Actually, Chromaggus was my weakest minion. Weren't you impressed with yourself?
Okay, so the last boss of Blackwing Lair is Lord Victor Nefarius. His hero power is called True Form and costs 1 mana. At the beginning of his first turn he'll cast it and he'll turn into the dragon Nafarian. Once he turns into Nafarian he gains like 50 armor and gets 10 mana immediately. Although his mana crystals are spent, he can't use them in that turn. Although he has the coin, so he can cast something that costs 1, for example. But at the second turn he gets to use all of his 10 mana immediately. So once he turns into Nefarian, he also gets a different hero power called Wild Magic. For 1 mana he can get a random spell from his opponent's class, so from the class you choose. Although that's not as bad as you might think, even though if you pick a mage, don't pick a mage. You can get things like Flame Strike, although he already has Flame Strikes, and Fireballs, and he does not have Fireballs, I don't think. But yeah, he already has Flame Strikes, but he can get Fireballs, Polymorphs. Mage spells are pretty good, so I wouldn't recommend playing mage. Okay, but let's continue. So, since he gets 10 mana, that makes the fight very unfair, so you get a little help. In normal modes, you get the help of Ragnaros. I think at the beginning of the second or third turns, I'm not really sure, but he's... each turn he'll give you 1 different card from these 4. They all cost 0 mana, so you can cast them immediately. And they are Die Insect, deal 8 damage to random enemy, Living Lava, 6/6 Taunt, Son of the Flame, this is my personal favorite, a 6/3 with Battle Cry, deal 6 damage, so a super fire elemental, and a 4/5 with Wind Fury, Whirling Ash. Although in heroic modes you only get 1. In normal you get 1 of these each turn, in heroic you only get the 1, so make good use of it. And once more he has a dragon themed deck. So for this guy, I was playing a little in ranked, trying to make a dragon priest, and I tried to use my dragon priest against Nefarian and it kind of worked. I was a bit afraid of adding mind control because he can get a copy of it, but, and this is the catch, his hero power costs 1 mana and he will always use it at the beginning of his turn. So he can never cast anything that costs 10 mana. So mind control is safe. You don't have to worry about him stealing stuff. So priest spells, there's really not much to worry about, although the worst ones should probably be the Shadow Words, Pain and Death. Things like Shadow Madness, Valen's Chosen, Light Bombs. That's pretty much it. Holy Novas, I don't think I have anything that really dies to Holy Nova here. Maybe some Holy Fires. Priest spells aren't that dangerous on their own, except the Shadow Words. They're more dangerous if you can combo them with them together or with minions like Wild Pyromancers. Although he can get things like Divine Spirits, that can be pretty bad for your trades. But let's go through the deck. So I was trying this Dragon Priest. I actually made a couple of changes after I beat Nefarian. I hope they'll hold. So I have 2 Power Word Shields and Northshire Clerics, 2 Twilight Whelps, 1 Shadow Word Pain, 2 Wild Pyromancers, 2 Shadow Word Death, 1 Thought Steal, 2 Blackwing Technicians, 2 Hungry Dragons, 2 Twilight Drakes, 1 Azure Drake. I thought I added a second one, I guess not. 2 Sludge Belchers Vol'jin, 1 Holy Fire, 1 Cabal Shadow Priest. He has a couple of minions that you can steal. Sylvanas, Rend Blackhand. This card you can probably switch him for something else. I'm not I don't think he has any legendary minions. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Although you can use it to kill your own Sylvanas to steal something, I guess, but it's still an 8/4. So I've kept him in, although I guess you could get rid of him for something else, maybe another Azure Drake. Chromaggus, trying this guy out, Vaelastrasz, Ysera, and a Mind Control.
Anduin versus Nefarian. Welcome to my personal.
I think I'll keep the Cleric.
The light shall
The
bring
only thing he might play on turn 1 is a Twilight Whelp, and we can deal some damage to our Cleric and heal and draw cards.
Is someone injured?
He's transforming. And gains 50 armor. And 10 mana. Okay, he's not coining out anything.
Is someone right away?
Let's play both of them.
priest. The light serves me now.
Okay, Flame Strike. Not terrible unless he's gonna kill this one. Then I'm gonna be sad. Okay, I'm not that sad. Oh, here's Ragnaros. Oh, a taunt, not bad. That really helps me. Because he can't kill the taunt just yet. Oh. Now I'm sad.
Not in heroic mode.
Dragon's Breath. That's not enough. That's gonna be enough. Oh, but he went... Okay. He goes face.
My work is paramount.
Now he has another one.
My work is paramount.
I'm not sure how I'm gonna deal with that Drake, so I'm not going to, for now. Guess Vol'jin might work. Oh, Vol'jin is so gonna work.
The spirits be restless.
Thank you for the 12 health, Vol'jin Nafarian. You're alright. Well, how the hell am I gonna get rid of that now? I guess I'm not. No dragons in hand. Okay, this is not going that badly. Okay, now it is. Although I guess I can kill that now, but let's try Thought Steal instead. Blackwing Corrupt, if you're holding a dragon, deal 3 damage. This is going to be very useful.
My work is paramount. Leave me alone.
Shadow Word Pain into Blackwing Corruptor. Oh, Mind Blasts! I forgot that thing existed. Okay, never mind the Corruptor. Mind Vision. Shadow Word Pain. Okay, got that. That's a nice one to get. How do I kill that? I'd like to keep this one alive, but I might die.
Do you need a blessing?
Not that scared of the young priestess. Another one? Okay. Oh, it gets charged immediately. I forgot about that. Okay, nice. Nice Shadow Menace there, Nafarian. You're clearly a pro. Oh, tail swipe. Okay, we're not dead.
Let none survive.
He has a dragon in hand.
Let me change your mind. Let none survive.
And I think he has a couple of cards he's been holding. Blackwing Corruptor, so he has a dragon. But which dragon? I think he's holding these 3 for a long time. Oh, Chromaggus.
Let none survive.
Dragon Consorts. Volcanic Drake. Is his hand filled with useless minions? or maybe mind controls, and I think I win.
Obey. Let none survive.
Goodbye, Nafarian. Alright everyone, we've beaten all of the 4 bosses of Blackwing Lair. I hope these strategies will help you, as they helped me. And this is it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next week for the final wing of Blackrock Mountain, the Hidden Laboratory.